Since the weather today is not particularly good, I took the train from Berchtesgaden to Bad Ischl, and then I'm heading cross-country on my own route to the Chiemsee, and if I'm lucky, I won't get completely soaked or lost. Stopped for a potty break in one restroom and ran across the sign. It says, "Please don't throw your dog poop bags in the trash can." It's noon in Teisendorf, and I guess you ring the bell all day when that happens. I'd also like to apologize to my brother for taking this as vertical video. If you're wondering why in the world it's noon and this is the first video you're seeing, well, one, I took the train from Berchtesgaden to Bad Ischl, and two, there's not anything interesting to see in this part of the ride. This slice of Erdbeerschnitte is why I'm stopped in Teisendorf. Alright, pastry break over, it's time to get going here. Problem with narrow streets is that you can only fit so many things down it at one time, and a car plus a bike barely fits here in Teisendorf. Could have had ice cream. Ah, yes, the classic Teisendorf traffic jam. Bus in the street, but the car needs to get through. Okay, I'll just go around. Presumably this is a legal maneuver. Let's try the sidewalk, yep. A little more room there. Alright folks, so now you have seen the main street of Teisendorf. Your life will never be the same again. Please note, at this moment, it is not raining. What I really like about this firehouse is that you can buy cigarettes here, and if they catch you on fire, you're right there at the fire station to put the fire out. Genius. Well, it might have been dry in Teisendorf, but it sure isn't dry here. I think it's particularly insulting that not only am I getting wet, but I have to do it while going uphill. I have no idea if the official Bodensee-Koenigsee Radweg is any more interesting than the shortcut route that I created, but this part isn't particularly exciting. Oh look, there might be some buildings up ahead. How exciting! Just to break up the mundane nature of the scenery, here is a small little hamlet with buildings to go with the trees and the grass. And to make it even better, there's a little bit of a downhill here. I don't dare go too fast just in case I have a turn coming up, but ah yes, buildings. Very scenic buildings. Nice buildings too, considering what a remote area this is. The pole there on the right, that's a tradition of Bavaria. It's like a maypole kind of thing. I have no idea what it means, but it's traditional and all the towns have one, so it must be a big thing. Besides that it's obviously tall. Welcome to Traunstein. As you can see, it is definitely raining, and it's dark and it's dreary. I'm not sure if that enhances Traunstein in any way, but, well, at least there's different buildings here. And a very impressive city gate, and another of those maypole things that are so popular. At least here in Traunstein, it appears that there are places to eat and things to do, in contrast to where I've been riding. The city gate once again, and of course another view of the market square. And for you, dear viewer, I have made the ultimate sacrifice of walking to the church to take these photos so that you can see how very grand it is inside, just to add a little spice here to today's video. This would be more peaceful if it weren't for the Autobahn that runs right next to me. On the other side of that barrier. And they drive fast. I have reached the wetlands around the east end of the Chiemsee after my little Abkürzung, my shortcut from Traunstein to the Chiemsee. The official route goes down around Grasau and Aschau. I'm not sure why, but I need to get to actually Bernau on Chiemsee and Prim on Chiemsee because I'm going to meet some friends there, so there's no reason for me to follow the official route. But there's a path that runs here kind of right along the Chiemsee. Unfortunately, it also runs parallel to the Autobahn, which also runs right along the south side of the Chiemsee. It doesn't make for a particularly pleasant kind of riding experience. Oh great! There's a pond. You can see the Autobahn over top. Thank goodness part of this is still dry. Hopefully to the end. Alright, crisis averted. And now we're on the other side of the Autobahn, just to mix it up here. Normally I try to mix it up a little bit with my video subject and show you the variety of the sceneries. So here is video of me riding on the south side of the Autobahn, which is surprisingly not that busy right now, but the cars do appear to be going quite a bit more quickly than I am. As you can see, now we've moved from wetlands to more of a forest type of scenery here along the Autobahn. And technically, we're actually fairly close to the foothills of the Alps, which you can usually see from the Chiemsee, and you can see off in the distance here that there are actually what appears to be mountains. It's hard to differentiate mountains from clouds when the weather is just so spectacular like it is today. Here we mix the scenery up with, again, the trees, the bits of mountains, and also cows. Not quite so free-ranging as they were in Vienna yesterday. in a pleasant change from riding directly next to the Autobahn, here I get to ride through some trees with presumably wetland on the other side, and somewhere on the north side of me on my right is once again the Autobahn. I wouldn't say that this was the highest quality path that I've ever ridden on, but as long as they don't mind me being British and riding here on the left side where there's still some good pavement left, then we're okay. I will say at least it's flat, and at the moment it is mercifully not raining. Ah yes, it appears that someone noticed that this track was in poor shape and has mercifully paved it with this wonderfully nice new smooth pavement. Thank you, whoever you are. Well, so much for the tree buffer from the Autobahn. As you can see now to my right, which would be to the north, I once again have the privilege of riding near, but not on, the Autobahn. Are you tired yet of watching me cycle next to the Autobahn? Because I'm tired of cycling next to the Autobahn. Lots of trucks, but I will say at least here the pavement is good. It's not raining, and I think off in the distance I can see mountains, but again, when the skies are like this, sometimes what you think is a mountain is actually a cloud. And I think that driver that just passed me thinks they're on the Autobahn, even though they're not on the Autobahn. This is what appears to be a rest area. There is no break in the fence. So I guess they love cyclists, but not enough to let them pee. As a conclusion to this most enthralling ride, I offer you these few photos. Swollen rivers, scenic farmhouses, a scenic lake, the Chiemsee, a very large scenic lake, where you can see that it is really quite windy. Yes, really quite windy on a very large lake. With some mountains in the distance. In good weather, I'm sure this would be a great ride.